people do not know how much they depend on the survival of this ecosystem. So when people say they want to come in and cultivate, or they want to come in and grow commercial plantations, I know that they are digging their own graves. This ecosystem must remain as it is. It must be sustained, because in its survival,
on April 1st, 1940, before sunrise touched the peaks of Mount Kenya, a child named Wangari Maathai drew her first breath in the quiet village of Ihithi, Tetu, nestled in Kenya's Central Highlands. Her family, stout-hearted Kikuyu farmers who had tilled those volcanic soils for generations, welcomed her into a world where every tree and stream held its own story. As a girl, she ran barefoot through montane forests of camphor and cedar, learning early that miti ni uhai, trees are life, was more than a proverb. It was a promise. Ihithi's fertile earth and her mother's calloused hands planting beans became the classroom that taught her to nurture roots, both botanical and social. From this humble beginning, she would journey across continents, first on the Kennedy airlift to Kansas in 1960, then to Pittsburgh, before returning home as the first woman in East and Central Africa to earn a PhD. But always, beneath her academic robes, beat the heart of Ihith, a place where a single seed could spark a revolution. Born on April 1st, 1940, in Nyeri, Kenya, Wangari Maathai would become the first woman in East and Central Africa to earn a PhD in biological sciences. Long before headlines, she walked these woodlands, listening to the Kikuyu whispers, "Miti ni uhai," trees are life. As a girl, she knelt by streams that once ran full, streams that were gone by the time she returned from America. In 1964, she earned her BSc in Biological Sciences at Mount St. Scholastica College in Kansas, then an MSc from the University of Pittsburgh in 1966. Unheard of paths for Kenyan women. Yet back home, deforestation and drought had turned watercourses to dust, and mothers, just like hers, dug deeper for firewood. In 1977, under the National Council of Women of Kenya, she founded the Greenbelt movement, planting 7 trees on Earth Day as a spark for revolution. What began with a handful of seedlings grew into 30,000 trained women planters, restoring over 51 million trees across Kenya's landscapes. When the regime cracked down, her rallies blocked, her offices shuttered. They threw her in jail, even on International Women's Day 2001. But legend holds she smuggled seeds in her braids, so revolution could root even behind bars. Mothers, farmers, grandmothers, all converged with shovels and hope. For every tree felled by greed, they planted 10. For every silenced voice, Wangari handed a shovel. Together they grew forests and a movement that challenged politicians to answer, "Why do we starve while they feast?" On December 10, 2004, the Nobel Committee awarded her the Peace Prize, the first African woman ever to receive it. Yet she humbly called herself a divine nuisance, never planting trees for glory, but for truth. When we plant, she said, we dance with ancestors and birth futures we may never see.
It is the people who must save the environment. It's the people who must make their leaders change. So we must stand up for what we believe in. And we cannot be intimidated.